Next is Rajesh with Ultra.
15 years ago, my wife was working as a child psychologist, doing group therapy to help young children on the autism spectrum develop social skills. She came home from work one day and said, we spend all this time focused on things these kids may never be good at, but spend no time nurturing the things they're already amazing at. And isn't that a shame? And that simple thought is at the heart of Ultra, an IT startup with a mission to prove that neurodiversity, including autism, can be a competitive advantage in business. Ultra is 5 years old, we're growing fast, and we're profitable. We provide the world's best software and data quality services to Fortune 500 firms, and we've built the world's first fully remote workplace for neurodiverse talent. Today, Ultra has employees in 19 states across the US, and 75% of our team is on the autism spectrum. And 100% of us believe that our differences as individuals help make us better together. There are 4 million Americans on the spectrum, and every year 50,000 young adults turn 18 and enter the workforce. And 85% of this talent pool is unemployed or underemployed because they're wired differently. But being wired differently is not a disadvantage. Neurodiversity frames neurological differences, including autism, simply as naturally occurring variations in the human brain. This framing helps us focus on real abilities as opposed to getting stuck on perceived disabilities. And autistic adults bring many abilities that can be invaluable in the workplace. Abilities like pattern recognition, logical reasoning, systems thinking, learning agility. At Ultra, these variabilities fuel the company's performance, and whenever we've been benchmarked, we've blown away the competition, proving that an empowered, diverse team can deliver measurably superior business results. To get here, we've had to reimagine how you source applicants, how you screen candidates, how you communicate with colleagues, how you manage teams, how you assess performance. And we measure our team's well-being daily. Every day, a bot polls each team member individually, cycling through about a dozen or so questions which we believe are essential in an inclusive workplace. Does your company value your unique strengths? Do you feel comfortable sharing your challenges with your colleagues? Do you feel lonely at work? It's worth noting that at Ultra, fewer than 15% of our team feel lonely at work, compared to over 40% of the American workforce. And these polls aren't just an HR tool. They feed up into the company's performance dashboard. Because at Ultra, minimizing our team's net loneliness score is as important as maximizing our customers' net promoter score. There are 1% of the world's population is on the spectrum. That's almost 75 million individuals.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you. Question, please stay. Michelle. And then Jay.
Sorry, real quick. Can you explain the 56% better than IBM statistic? I'm not sure what you're benchmarking against. Against IBM's people? Against?
Sure. IBM had been Prudential's incumbent vendor performing a very specialized type of quality assurance. Prudential wasn't happy. We were brought in. We redid an entire cycle of work, and we improved quality by 56%. Apples to apples.
Jay, and then
Sorry, I'm a little confused on, so you've got an unbelievably fantastic methodology, tools, approach, culture within Ultra that does this, but what is the go-to-market, help teach other the model to go beyond Ultra?
Absolutely.
What is it that you're really proposing?
Yeah, so that's why we're here. We think we're building a world-class quality services business. But if we get there, we'll employ several thousands of people. That's several orders of magnitude away from really moving the needle. And so the only way we're going to have real change is by taking everything we're learning, we've learned over the last few years and we'll learn over the next few years, and translating our business practices and processes into free open source tools and sharing that toolkit widely. I mean, we'll start with our clients who are already asking us, right? We work with Fortune 500 firms who have massive employee bases. But it's tools like a web-based interview manager that can configure questions and tests to objectively assess autistic talent, or a chatbot that can build a user manual for every colleague, including things like learning preferences, feedback preferences, stress triggers, so that a neurodiverse team can work better together and get to know each other better.
Thanks. I have unfortunately never worked in a workplace where somebody asked me how I felt about whether I was lonely or not. I wonder
And you should.
And I wonder, how you think about expanding your knowledge and learnings to the broader workforce, not just the particular population.
And at the end of the day, singling out any particular community or population doesn't work. It just creates resistance. So what we're driving towards is a more universal workplace that works for everyone and embraces diversity in all its forms. Because ultimately, that's what works and that's what drives business. It's not some accommodation for a particular kind of brain type or human type. We don't think that's a solution. That's just a Band-Aid and a representation of the problem. We think we have to change the workplace norms and the tools that we all use so that they are more inclusive.
Rajesh Anandan, thank you so much. Thank you.